Hey everyone, Carolina Venom here. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I am taking a look at the Insta-Bulb. Most people have seen these on TV or seen them in your seen on TV places like Walmart and Walgreens, places like that. They do come two in a pack for around $11, and to me they're well worth the money. If you want a little bit extra light, if you don't want to have a bright light shining in your room or something like that a lot, you can stick it on your wall over your bed. And if you want to have some extra light, this is a really nice little light bulb here to have. It's good for closets, bathrooms, over your bed, places like that. I would not recommend one bulb for a big room because it's not going to give you a whole lot of light. At least it will give you some light to see where you're going, as opposed to a pitch black dark room. But this is nice. It does take 4 AA batteries, which are charging right now. I do use batteries that can be recharged because it is a battery eater. The batteries I'm currently using are 1350 milliamp hour railback batteries, and of course you can go as high as 2000 or more, or you can go less than that, or you can go 800-900 milliamp hours, depending on what kind of batteries you get, how much you want to spend on batteries. You can also get the optional AC adapter to plug into the wall. Does not come with it. You gotta buy it, but that way you wouldn't need batteries. But alkaline batteries, you'll be buying a lot of them if you use this thing a lot. I am going to make a couple of videos. They're going to be together. Luckily my camera will join movies together. So this here, it does give, like you've seen on TV, where they have them in a carport or a garage or a basement, and they're all lit up. It lights up the whole place. Well, you can't believe that. That's all false. That's not even true, because it does. But it does give a nice little glow to a dark room. I'm gonna try to give an example of that too whenever the battery gets charged and I'm testing it for battery life. It's really nice, especially in a bedroom, because it kind of reminds you of a bunch of candles lit, and it kind of gives that really nice soft glow for a bedroom, and all that good stuff. But anyway, it is nice to have, if like I say, if you don't want to have a light on and you're watching TV and you want some extra light to be able to see what you're doing and walk around. This does give you enough light. Like I said, it is good for a closet. It is good for a bathroom. It does come with a little holster. You slip it in, you stick it on the wall, slide this in. The little pull cord here is nice to have as well, instead of having like a little switch or something like that. Anything. Of course, if you want something brighter or really bright, I would go with something that takes LED lights like this here. This is not a very bright light, but it does give you some pretty good light. $3 or $4 what I paid for this thing here, and it does work pretty well. But I'm not reviewing this. I'm reviewing the InstaBulb. But it is nice, and as far as giving you light, it does do it. It's just not going to be as bright as they say it does, but to me, I'm satisfied with it. I think for $11 for 2 of them, I think it's well worth the money. The bulbs inside can be replaced, from what I have read and everything. But like I said, you'll definitely want to get an AC adapter or batteries that can be recharged, because alkalines, it will eat through them in no time. So what I want to do is, I'm having the batteries right now, getting them charged up. I want to end this video now, here in just a second. Probably going to try to give a demonstration. If I can only join 2 movies together, then I won't do the illustration with the light. But I do want to give the results of the battery life. I'm going to cut it on and leave it on to the light goes out, and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here. So we'll be back here in a little bit. Okay, as you see here, we have complete darkness, and I got the battery fully charged up. So I'm going to cut the light on to kind of give you an idea of the light it gives off. So as you see here, it does give off pretty good light, and it does kind of show the room a little bit, and it does kind of give you a good amount of light. So So I'm going to keep this light running until the battery runs dead, and go ahead and next video you see will be the battery test. And the light does work good, like I said. I'm not sure if you're able to see me or not, but I'm right here as well. So the next video you see will be me telling you the battery time and how long it lasts. So anyway, we'll be back soon with the results. Hey everyone, so I'm back with the Insta-Bulb after doing the battery test using the Railvac rechargeable 1350 milliamp hour batteries. I was only able to get 2 hours and 45 minutes before the batteries went dead. That's not too good considering that they were rechargeable. If you was to use alkaline, it probably wouldn't even be that much. You can buy higher powered nickel metal hydride batteries. I've seen 2100, and I think I've even seen higher than that. And they might give you some extra, time, like 30 minutes to maybe an hour. I don't know. But if you buy one of these and decide to use AA batteries, it's gonna chew through them pretty fast. And you can pretty much now buy 4 AA batteries with the charger included for like $13-14. So you really can't beat that. And I would definitely buy an extra set, so that way you always got a set charged for when these go dead. Slap in another set, you're ready to roll. Or you can also opt in and get the AC adapter to plug into the wall to have continuous light unless the power goes out. If I was to power it on right now, you'll have a little bit of light for a second, but as you see, it's in about 30 seconds from now it would be out. Like I said in my previous review, or the first video, these are good for small bedrooms or smaller bedrooms, closets, utility rooms, hallways, bathrooms, stuff like that. I've seen commercials where they have them in basements and it's completely lit up. That's all false. That's not even gonna happen. The second video that I'd done where I showed a demo with the light being on in a dark room, the camera that I was using really did not do it justice, because this camera does not do very well in dark, when it's dark. So it really did not show it lighten up the room a whole lot, but it does do better than what the camera showed. But it's not going to be nothing spectacular. So like I say, I keep mine over the bed, and in the middle of the night, if you want some extra light, you click it on, and you're going to have enough light to where you can get up, walk around, and not fall over anything. You'll be able to see what you're looking at or looking for, and everything like that. And it does come 2 in a box, so if you was to put one at each end, it's going to give you that much more light. So it does help the more of them you do have, but it is going to eat your batteries up. So I would definitely go with some nickel metal hydride batteries, or go for the AC charger, and everything. But 2 hours and 45 minutes just was not a whole lot of time. I was expecting to get at least 4 hours on continuous use, but yeah, I wasn't nowhere near that. So, but these are nice to have, and for $11 and 2 in a pack, you really can't beat it. I mean, to me, they're really nice to have to stick on your wall, especially like I say, in a closet, bathroom, or over your bed. Especially when it's dark or the power goes out, you can just flip it on and have some extra light. I know that there are other lights out there now that are, they got like a bunch of LED lights and they're very bright. But this right here is a really nice little light bulb to have. It's just neat to have. So anyway, I'm going to quit rambling on, and I hope this video helped a little bit if you was considering buying one of these. And if you got any questions or comments about it, of course, feel free to ask. Subscribe to my channel. I sure would appreciate it. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. So y'all have a good one, and we'll talk at you later.